Is AI gonna replace me? Is AI gonna make a video of me after 10, 15 years? All entire video? I don't know. Everybody is scared that they're gonna get replaced by robots, AI, replaced by their boss, okay? Replaced by their employer. Everybody has that fear, okay? They think they're gonna get replaced, okay? So in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to be irreplaceable. So this video is gonna serve you for a lifetime, not just a couple of years, a lifetime. If you follow this video, trust me on this, you're not gonna get replaced. Doesn't matter what your job is, doesn't matter what you do, right? You will never be replaced if you follow these 5 things, okay? Hey, hold on. Before we get any further, I have a little bit of an announcement for you, okay? So, did you know I publish videos once in a while for 24 hours and get rid of them? Why? Because those videos are exclusively for my subscribers. That could be you, okay? So right now, I want you to hit that red button and subscribe right now if you want that exclusive content. Now, is it gonna cost you any money to subscribe? No, so go ahead, please subscribe so I can bring you those exclusive content right now. Number one is exceed expectations. So here's what I mean. So for example, okay, whenever your boss, whenever your employer, whenever your customers, you might be self-employed, right? Whenever you have to deliver results, right? Always go 2 steps beyond what they asked for. So step number 1 is always do more, okay? For example, okay, look at Amazon. They're always, over deliver. They're just like, oh, the package is gonna be there on Thursday, but guess what? It's here earlier on Monday. I'm like, wow, amazing, okay? It came faster, okay? Or let's say I order something and there's something free on there, okay? Let's say I hire a consultant, right? And he says he's gonna wait 10 hours of work for free. Okay, he didn't really do that, but it showed that on the billing, right? He could have, right? So always, step number one is always exceed expectation, okay? Step number 2 is be the first one to start that initiative. So for example, let's say you have a group meeting, right? I want you to always be that first person to say, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of it for you. Always, okay, always say you're gonna go and take care of it. You might not know how to take care of it in that given moment, okay? Guess what? You'll get resources for that. You'll figure it out. What's YouTube for? What's Google for, right? Their job is to help us figure out things, right? So step number 2 is always be the first one to say, I'm gonna take care of that for you, okay? If you do that, that's gonna show that you want that, okay? So step number 3 is become a problem solver. So here's what I mean, become a problem solver. So whenever I say become a problem solver, what I'm telling you is the fact that instead of let's say there's a problem that shows up, right? Try to solve it, okay? Like I said, you might not be able to solve it, but maybe you'll make a list of things, make a list of solutions and you'll have those options, okay? Be that first guy, because here's the thing, okay? A lot of people, when they see a problem, they back out, okay? They don't initiate to, solve that problem. And I want you to be that guy or gal, who is going to be a problem solver, okay? How do you become a problem solver? So what you need to be doing is, let's say there's a problem at work, there's a problem with customer, okay? You have to show them that you care. First you're gonna say, I'm gonna take care of this for you, okay? I'm gonna take care of this by tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this problem by Friday. So once you go ahead and do that, you're gonna go ahead and get on your computer, get a piece of paper out, and write down the problem. Circle it, okay? And once you go ahead and circle it, make a list of things that you can do, not just one solution, right? Make a list of 10 different things that you can improve, fix to solve that problem. For example, let's say, we're not getting enough sales, right? That's the big, you hear that problem. Or let's say people are writing bad reviews. That's a problem, right? Write that problem down on on an iPad or a piece of paper, whatever, right? Write it down, right? The thing is, people don't understand the fact that whenever you're trying to solve a problem, the problem is being caused by multiple factors. It's not being caused by one single factor. That's usually not the case, okay? It's being caused because, let's say, okay, people are writing bad reviews. Is the food good? Are you encouraging people who actually like the food to post good reviews? Are you giving people incentives to post a review? Are you encouraging people to post a review? See, those are solutions that you can implement, okay? You're not getting sales. What's happening? Do we need to fix our CRO, conversion rate optimization? Or do we need to fix that red button on there, or that, checkout button? What do we need to fix? Okay, do we need to check our SSL? Do we need to check our, is the system not processing the car? Is the site loading slow? Those are all list of solution, okay? So number 3 was become a problem solver. And I showed you how to do that. I spent so much time on number 3 is because that's a very hard part. And a lot of people don't do that, okay? If you start doing it, trust me, you're gonna get that respect. You're gonna get that appreciation from your company, your employer, your boss. And, if they have to lay off people, if they have to get rid of people, guess what? Okay, guess what? You're not going to be on that top list to get rid of. Usually not, because number 1, you always exceed expectation. You always show, you're like, I'll take care of you. You're a problem solver. That's how people are going to know you, and you're not going to be on that list of, layoff or firing. So number 3 is become a problem solver. Now, Number four is also super, super important. Now, think of this. So there's 2 options, okay? Number 4 is be good at many things or be good at something amazing. It's called specific knowledge. Now, let me explain both of the concept, okay? So be good in many, many things. Let's say you are in marketing for, I don't know, company ABC, right? You're a marketing expert on that company. Now, you show up with your fancy, MBA, okay? And you realize the fact that, hey, they didn't really teach me anything in college, okay? It doesn't work that way. The way they teach you in the books, that's from the 80s and 90s. It doesn't work that way, okay? Customers are not like that these days. So you're like, So if you just have that MBA, if you just got your marketing experience from that, guess what? You can be replaced by all those, your peers that went to same school as you. That could happen to you, but how do you make sure you don't get replaced? So what you do is be good at a lot of things. For example, let's say you're a marketing expert, write it down and get on a piece of paper, right? Now, again, this brings us back to, the number 3. You're trying to solve a problem here. You are a marketer. You're going to put that on a little piece of paper, right? Now, what is marketing? Marketing is getting sales. So maybe read some sales book. Marketing is making sure your e-commerce is good. So maybe read some CRO book, okay? A lot of people don't do that, okay? Okay, now, marketing is graphics. Marketing is, making sure that, people have a best experience on, site or on a location. So maybe you learn user experience, right? See what I did right here. So, and for these things, you don't need to go back to college. You don't, okay? All you have to do is get on YouTube, get on Google, and there are sites like Udemy. There are many, many free resources where you can actually get some knowledge. You can buy books on these guys, okay? So my problem is this, okay? If you can solve a problem with $10 book that somebody wrote who is an expert on CRO, in a conversion rate optimization, why wouldn't you? Why would you waste your time trying to, I don't know, waste time when you can pay $15 for somebody's brain knowledge? Take on it, do it, okay? So my thing here is, number 4 is be good at a lot of things or be good at something with one amazing. I'll talk about that in a second, okay? So option A on number 4 is to be good at many, many things. So think about it for a second, okay? So where do you work? What is your job, right? And then figure out what other things that can you be good at. For example, let's say you work as a QA. Let's say you work as a BA, right? Business analyst or, quality assurance, right? You work as that. Maybe what you can do is figure out how to write a little bit of code, okay? Maybe you can learn that through Code Academy. Code Academy is amazing. I've used it, you know, amazing. A lot of my clients use it. Use that. Or there are free places, you know, where you can learn how to write those queries, where you can learn how to write, you know, Python scripts, or you can learn how to write SQL. So if you learn, you don't have to master it. You just have to have that basic knowledge, you know what I mean? So whenever people say, you know, jack of all trade, master of none, you know, those people, you know, they are going to be that person that's going to be standing right there. Because think of it for a second, okay? Again, let's go back. If I'm creating a list of people to fire and I see your name on there and it says that you know CRO, you know e-commerce, you know SEO, but you got the same degree, same MBA degree from the same college as this other guy, I'm gonna get rid of the other guy. That makes more sense to me as a businessman, as an employer. That makes sense to me, right? So go ahead and do that. So that is option A. Now, option B is be super good at one thing, okay? Now, this is a little different, okay? It's called specific knowledge. Now, hear me out, okay? This is a little different concept, okay? This concept was introduced to me by Naval Ravikant, okay, on Twitter, and I've studied it for many years, and I realized that I have that too, and you might have that too. So specific knowledge. So what is specific knowledge? So specific knowledge is something that you, let's say, you know, you are into, I'm going to give you one skill. So let's say you are, you know, you run Facebook ads, okay? That's all you know, okay? But you've been running Facebook ads for so many years that you have that specific knowledge that I cannot learn. Specific knowledge is something that you cannot, you know, read it on a book. You cannot, you know, learn it. You cannot hire a mentor. You have to go through that experience, okay? You have to go through that experience to gain that specific knowledge. Now, where else do we see this, okay? You know, on those, some big companies, right? You see some old people who can't even walk. And then, you know, they're like, you know, they're like 90 and they're still working. People are like, what does this guy have that, you know, new people don't? Here's the thing. They have that specific knowledge that cannot be, you know, taught, that cannot be mentored for. This is something that experience gives you. So option number 4 is be good at many things, or be super good at one thing. And there you'll get that specific knowledge. Now, specific knowledge, you might not have that when you start out, okay? And to me, like personally me, right? So I did not even know it was called specific knowledge, right? So I have experience in so many vast projects, vast, you know, topics, right? And then when I combine them, guess what? Sometimes if you're really good at multiple things, you're going to create that specific knowledge. Think of it for a second, okay? A mechanical engineer who knows marketing, who knows audience. Guess what? He has that base, right? But he also has those other things to back him up. So with those knowledge, he might have a specific knowledge that I might not be able to gain, because he made that connection in his brain that I will never be able to. Yeah, there is such a thing. It's called specific knowledge. Now, let's move on to the last but not least. Number 5, okay? Know the experts, okay? You have to be good at networking, okay? Let's say there's a problem. Let's say there's something's happening, right? You have to be that guy who can pull out your phone and say, let me go ahead and call Bob, who is an expert in this. Let me go ahead and call Sheila, who knows about this. Let me go ahead and call my friend Daryl, who can get me out of jail. So you have to have those connections. So make connections, okay? What people don't realize is that you can learn, you can network from everybody. Okay, you meet somebody at a hotel lobby. That person might be useful to you one of these days. Okay, so that's why I tell people, you know, a lot of people ask me this question, right? Satish, why are you so nice to everybody, right? Like everybody, like I'm nice to everybody. That's just my thing, right? And it's not because I have something to get from them, right? It's just the way I am. But what I've realized is the fact that every human being that you meet, every human being that I have met, okay, they've had that struggle, they've had that experience, right? And they know something that I don't, okay? And guess what? Wouldn't it be amazing to find out that little knowledge that they gained in 15 years? or maybe get a, tap their brain with just ask them or call them up and say, hey, do you know about this? Can you take care of this? We'll go ahead and pay you. Guess what? So number 5 is you have to have the connection, the network. So number 5 is know the best experts in all those industries. So in this video, you learned how to be irreplaceable. We learned about how to exceed expectation, okay? Number 2 was be the first one to say, I'm gonna take care of it. So initiate it, okay? And number 3 is become a problem solver. This is important, right? I showed you how. And number 4 is be good in many things or have that specific knowledge that you cannot train for, that you cannot hire a mentor for. You have to go through it in your lifetime. And last but not least is know the experts, okay? So those were things that you need to keep in mind to become irreplaceable. I'll see you on the next video, and make sure, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to me by clicking on that red button, because it's gonna make my day. I wake up each morning to check on how many subscribers I have, and guess what I do, okay? Every time, let's say I gain 100 subscribers, that's how many push-ups I do. So, do you wanna see me get ripped? Guess what? Guess what you need to do? You need to go ahead and subscribe by clicking on that red button and share this video. And if you have a question, if you have your own take on this, go ahead and comment below and I'll answer your comment personally. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next video.